Welcome back to the Haymeadow. Well, the time has finally arrived. I've actually been putting this video off for the last couple of days because I expect it's going to be a little long one. So we'll just kick straight off. So first up, this is going to be a fabric haul video, although this has been bought over the last few months. And I've been promising to do this video, and the final package arrived. So here we are. We're going to get cracking on some fabrics that I've bought over the last couple of months. First off, I am wearing my Stylark Asher dress, and this fabric is from the Dahlia Society. This was from their Midday Mimosa box back last year, I'm pretty sure it was. Love this dress. Very happy when I wear this one. I get lots of compliments with this one. So without further ado, let's kick off. Now I do have some notes in front of me just here underneath the camera, so you can't see it and you think that I'm really good at remembering stuff, because I'm not, just so we know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the fabric, and then I have a selection of patterns that I've sort of been thinking about at the end, which any of these could be used for. But yes, so without further ado, let's crack on. Now, first up, we have one of the final packages to arrive, and that is from Andrea at Beyond the Pink Door. Now, if you follow Andrea, if you watch her Sunday lives or anything like that, or any other vloggers who unbox Andrea's fabric, then you may have heard that she has licensed some prints, and that is called the Summer Carnival collection. So all of these fabrics, and I think there are six fabrics she has licensed. They all appear on that card there, and then on the back she has a little test swatch, or a little swatch of each of them. Now, when these went in for pre-order, I chose two. I was very restrained and selected two of them. So I have them both here, and then I recently did another purchase for some winter fabric, so I've got that here as well. So first up, we have Midnight Prowl. Now if you've been around a while, you'll know that I'm actually not a huge animal print type. However, this is fantastic. I love this. This is so gorgeous. So this is called Midnight Prowl, and it is a selection of different animal prints, all in fabulous colours. Now, how fantastic is that? Isn't that just gorgeous? So I've got the old mannequin here. So we are going to open them all up, have a good look at them, have a look at how they drape, you know, all the good stuff. Have a look at their opacity, how opaque they are. Why is it that you can think of the word in your head but you can't get it out of your mouth? That's what I want to know. So here we are. How gorgeous is that? Beautiful, beautiful drape on it. Absolutely beautiful. I'll pop that up here. Gorgeous. Now, from afar, I think the last couple of years there's been some of these prints that have been like floral. So you've got the different, different flowers and patches and different colours. So the same idea, but in flowers. This one, animal print, and I really like it. I love it. So I bought 3 meters of this. No idea what I'm going to make with it, of course. However, I think it's definitely got spring and summer written all over it. Now, we are in mid-August, almost mid-August. So the warm weather, it's not too far away. So we are actually starting to have a couple of days in the low 20s now. So it's coming. It's coming. So there we go. So that's Midnight Prowl. And I'm pretty sure that these fabrics are going to be stocked. So I don't know how long for. I should have done more research. you know me. Flying blind, off the cuff as always. So, but how beautiful is that? I reckon a dress is probably the go. Most of these I have got long lengths because then I can make whatever I want. I can make, you know, a 2-piece set, or I can do a dress, enough to make a wrap dress if that's what I choose to do, or just a nice summer dress. But this one definitely feels like a swishy dress. So that's kind of what I'm thinking with the Midnight Prowl. So there we go. Oh, I think that's going to look wonderful. Beautiful. Okay, that's number 1. There's a couple to get through. So we'll pop that down there. So all of these are going to go through the overlocker, then through the wash, and then into the stash. I was going to say the stock. Anyway, next up on the exclusive fabric is the Peony Pop. Now, this is beautiful, absolutely divine. And I know that Andrea has actually used this to make a Nina Lee spring dress. Now, I have that pattern, and I did see her with that on and thought, oh, that is just perfect. Absolutely perfect. So, you never know. I may do a copycat. I've got no shame. I don't care. I'll be inspired by people and absolutely copy them. Isn't that gorgeous? So, again, absolutely beautiful drape. They're a viscose base. So, they are so light, but it's not a flimsy, silky type of viscose. It's got a really nice hand feel, really nice drape, and quite a nice substance behind it. So I think, have I got that upside down? I'm not sure if it's an up or a down, but there it is. Absolutely gorgeous. I love the pink with that beautiful blue. Well, I was going to say it really pops, but sort of says that in the name, doesn't it? Peony Pop. So gorgeous. Again, I got 3 meters of this one. That way I'm not restricted in what I make with this. So definitely think that it may be the Nina Lee spring dress. Love the little frill, like the little flounce on the sleeve of the spring dress. So that's definitely high on the cards. However, it's not one of the patterns that I've been looking at. Sort of looking, you know, some of the ones on my list are ones I already have, but I'm not sure I've spoken about any of them before. Oh, one I definitely have. It's a tried and true. I wonder if you can guess what it'll be. Anyway, so that is the Peony Pop. Again, it's one of Andrea's exclusive fabrics. So if you like the look of it, or any of these, then definitely make your way to her website and go and take a look. And while you're there, you could buy yourself a advent calendar for Christmas, because currently the pre-orders are open for the advent calendars. So don't say you weren't told. Don't be looking in October or November wondering, you know, can you still get an advent calendar? You know that she sells out really quick. So if you want one, you better get your skates on. Okay, that's Peony Pop from Beyond the Pink Door. Gorgeous, absolutely beautiful. Okay, so only the other day, what did I make? Oh, I think it was the jumper that I made for Chris. Yes, I'm pretty sure it was. So I made that jumper for him. As we know, it was a bit of a disaster in some respects. However, I have now inherited it and I love it. It's a fantastic, when I make mine, I'll make it in a smaller size, because the one that I made for Chris, very oversized, but it is perfect for a cold day on the weekend with my leggings on and either my Ugg boots or, you know, your slippers, because I'm not going out of the house. So When I made that, I decided that I wanted to make one for myself. The Dockside, that's what it is. So I went online and had a look, and I had, from when I went to the UK last year for the opening of the Beyond the Pink Door store, I had money still left on my Travelex card in pounds or in sterling. So I thought, oh, what better way to use it? I started getting messages to say they're going to charge me for inactivity. And after I got off my high horse, I thought, oh, I know what I can do with that. So I spent it at Andrea's. And I got this gorgeous, absolutely beautiful knit. So this is a, I can't remember what it was called. I think it's like a, I don't want to say cashmere. What is it? Hang on, I've got it here. Merino Touch Sweater Knit. That's right. I wrote it down so I knew that I didn't have to try and think about it. That's right. So this is Merino Touch Sweater Knit. This is in Old Pink. And I'll give you a really nice close-up look so you can see the knit there. Absolutely beautiful. So it's not really a mild colour, but beautiful stretch. Only two-way stretch, but you're not going to need too much on the lengthwise. So I got 2 meters of this. Gorgeous, gorgeous. And for the cuffs and the collar, because I used a tubular knit, a tubular rib for the placket and the collar and the cuffs, I got a gorgeous aubergine colour as a contrast. So tubular knit, this is just a 1/2 metre. I'm sure you all know what tubular knit is, but you know, just in case. So it's on a tube. But yes, so that's absolutely plenty. There's no waistband with the Dockside. Love Notions Dockside, I think that was. So I thought I'll only need it for the cuffs, the collar and the placket. So 1/2 metre is absolutely plenty. But, oh, she's half undressed. Put this on there. But isn't that a gorgeous contrast? I think that's going to be absolutely lovely. Now, I may have waited too long to order it, to get it, because I'm not sure I'll get any wear out of it now. Now that it's starting to, you know, gently warm up, that may be a next year. But it'll still be waiting, and I'll have this video to remind me what I was making with it. So there we go. There is my Dockside. I'm pretty sure it was a Dockside. There you go. Here we'll make a little placket. We'll pretend we're making a little placket here. How nice will that be? That'll look so nice. Okay, so there we go. Okay, so that is it from Beyond the Pink Door. That's all I got from Beyond the Pink Door. So we've got the Midnight Prowl and the Peony Pop, which is the exclusive fabrics. And then I got the Merino Touch Sweater Knit and the tubular cuffing. Beautiful. There's also a Mariflex thread, which I got to match the fabric, which is just in that little colour there. Beautiful. Okie dokie. Next up is one of my other, or probably my other favourite fabric store, and of course it's the Dahlia Society. Now, Kristen had a bit of a sale a while ago now. It really was a while ago now, and I made best use of it and went online and had a look and grabbed a couple of fabrics. So I got one remnant and one longer length. So here's my little card. So actually, I can't remember what that says. Ah, that's right. Okay, so for this one, I got this Atelier, I was going to say Atelier Jupe. It's definitely not Atelier Jupe. Atelier Brunette. It's called Divine Parma in Hopscotch. And this is 100% cotton. Absolutely gorgeous. Now this to me has summer shirt dress written all over it. Beautiful and light. It might look a little bit opaque, but when it's sewn up, I don't imagine that it's going to be. So absolutely gorgeous fabric. Still lovely drape. You know, I'm a big fan of the Parma shirt dress from Style Arc, but then again, I could also make, I think it's the named Rita shirt dress as well. I've made that before, I haven't made it again, but this could definitely be for that. Now this one, I got 4 meters of this, so plenty. So if I wanted to do a wrap dress, I could do a wrap dress in this. And that actually reminds me, what was I could do the assembly line shirt dress that's got a wider skirt to it, and this would be perfect for that. However, I've also seen recently, I'm subscribed to Closet Core. I'm not subscribed to Closet Core Crew, so I don't have the subscription to the patterns. However, I do get the emails and they do show me the patterns on there, and they have got a shirt dress. They've just released a shirt dress for July, and it is beautiful. It's what I've been looking for. I've been looking for a shirt dress that has a full, or like a half circle or 3/4 circle skirt, so you've got lots of swish in the skirt, but I haven't been able to find one. Everyone, and I could probably just, you know, split the skirt and open it out and make a skirt bigger. So that is always an option. But that one's already got it done. It's got a really nice feature where it's not really a gore that they've put in the side, but there's an insert in the side which adds the volume, and if you turn your fabric the other way, it's a great contrast. So pretty sure I've seen it in a actually my sewing friend in the UK, Linda, has actually made one, or she's in the process of making one in red stripe, and it looks fantastic. So envious. So yes, so there we go. Atelier Brunette. Let me read it again because it's a bit of a weird name. Divine Parma Hopscotch. So absolutely beautiful. So that's that one. 4 meters of that. Oh. Okay, next up, now this was the remnant piece. This is a Lady McElroy Misty Elements, and there's 2.3 meters here, and this is a textured Dobby viscose. So this is gorgeous, and I definitely have like work outfit vibes for this. So 2.3 meters, that's quite generous still. So I wouldn't be able to get, I could probably get a knee length dress maybe, but I prefer something a little bit lower. Midi dress is sort of my go-to these days. So this might be, and given the colour, this could end up being a long sleeve blouse for next winter or next autumn winter, but absolutely beautiful. The pattern on it is just, it's really, really lovely. Just a little pop of colour, just enough, and with that background textured Dobby, just beautiful. I really like that. I think that'll be lovely. Maybe something like the, and I have spoken about this one before, the Lise Taylor Herbier with the, it's got a little bit of a cuff, 3/4 sleeve, a really nice cuff with a little bit of puff, not much, just very small. And then it's got that lovely slimline but longer V-neck collar to it. So don't mind me while I knock myself out with my necklace. Okay, so I think that might be really lovely in that as well. Okay, so that was it for the Dahlia Society. So just two quick ones there. Now, speaking of advent calendars, if you were looking for one from Kristen, you're too late. They already sold out. They were gone. I think it was a day and a half, something like that. So yes, you've missed that boat. It's already steaming towards us now. Okay, so next up, now this might be a little controversial because I know that there are lots of people out there who perhaps have a very dim view of this particular place, but I don't. I haven't had any problems myself. So in saying that, this is from these two, so there's actually two here, is from Global D-Stash, or I was going to say what used to be Nerida Hanson, but it's not. So Nerida has passed on the baton, but these are some of the fabrics that were originally from Nerida. So we'll start with the plains. So I got plains. I have a glut of printed fabric. Now, it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all because they're gorgeous prints and I can't help myself. However, there is a definite lack of plains in my wardrobe and that needs to be fixed because I'm not necessarily someone who feels comfortable clashing patterns or multiple patterns or prints. I much prefer a print and a plain together or two plains. I can do plains or I can do like a dress, a full dress in a print, no problems. Mixing prints, I know some people have got that gift. That is not me. I do not have that. So anyway, stop talking, Hayley. Let's get on with the show. How gorgeous is that great grain ribbon? That's going to come in handy. Absolutely that is. Okay, so here I have 3 lots of plain dye, lightweight linen, and I got 4 meters in each of these because once again, I don't know what I'm making. However, I've got options. So I could, out of 4 meters, I could probably get a dress and a top. And there are some tops that we'll be talking about, which I've looked at specifically for summer. So that, you know, they're not fabric hungry. So, and these could also be mix and matched. So let's have a look. So the first one that I've got is in watermelon. So this color is called watermelon. And the weight is beautiful. It feels so nice. And it's got a lovely, lovely, lovely drape to it. Look at that. For a linen, that has got such beautiful drape. It may actually be, I don't think it's a viscose linen. It's just lightweight linen. But yeah, so it's opaque. So you're not going to be seeing anything through that. Beautiful drape, absolutely gorgeous colour. Hopefully that's a reddy orange that I can wear. Too bad if it isn't. Wearing it anyway. But yes, I love red. I love wearing red, but sometimes it's a bit eye-catching. So I didn't want to go fire engine red or anything like that. But yes, so that is absolutely gorgeous. Now, while we're talking about these plains, I've also been looking at some skirts. I don't have a lot of skirts. However, they are something I want to make more of. So this could also make a fantastic skirt. I've seen some particular styles on Pinterest of late, and when I saw them I thought, oh, I really like that. I wonder if I could get away with that. So if I'm feeling brave when I do the editing and put this video together, I may pop a couple of pictures in of the sort of style that I'm looking at. We shall see. So there we go. So beautiful lightweight linen in watermelon. Lovely. Okay, so the next colour, so again, this is the lightweight linen again. So all 3 of these plains are in the lightweight linen, and this one is royal blue. Now, I love blue, always love blue, so this is just gorgeous. Again, lightweight linen, beautiful drape. How gorgeous is that? Looks like it's got a bit of a sheen, but actually it doesn't. It's probably more, I'd say the sheen will probably wash out. It's probably the, I can't remember what that's called. It doesn't matter, really. The finish that they put on the fabric when it's, well, the finish that the fabric has once it's been through its processing. So yeah, beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Again, 4 meters, lots of options. I can see a wrap dress in any one of these 3. Just something nice and easy to wear when it's a bit warmer. Again, I'm thinking for work. You spend most of your time at work, so, you know, I could wear any of these on a weekday for, you know, any occasion as well. One of our high teas, maybe, something a bit fancy. Lovely plain dress. You can jazz it up with a nice shoe or a belt, depending on the style of the dress. Yeah, dress it up, dress it down, you know the talk. Okay, next up we have black. What can I say? You can't go wrong with black. Everyone needs some black. And again, this I think is just going to make something nice. Again, maybe a wrap dress. I think a black, I've got a couple of wrap dresses, and I think a black wrap dress would be a really easy go-to. It could be the Elodie wrap dress, because I really like that one. I've got one of those. I think did I make one for Marty? No, I think I made the Millicent for Marty, Style Art Millicent. So yes, black, opaque, beautiful drape. Again, lightweight linen. You can't go wrong in summertime with a nice linen. So I think that is going to be absolutely beautiful. So there we go. That's the plains. That's all of the plains. I said something to Chris the other day that I really need to, like, not buy as many prints as what I do. Perhaps if I'm buying fabric separate to boxes, then I buy plains. I then proceeded to buy some more prints. Anyway, okay, the second order that I did with Global D-Stash, I got 2 print fabrics. Didn't I just say something about plains? Anyway, some more beautifully packaged, some more gorgeous grosgrain. That is going to be absolutely beautiful to use on something. I don't know what yet, but considering I've got 2 lengths of this black and white. Oh, I just had a thought. I reckon, I wonder, I could possibly do the Millicent wrap dress in the black linen that I just showed you. Now the Millicent has a lantern sleeve. I'm pretty sure it's got a shorter lantern sleeve as well. I wonder if I could make the cuff in that as just a little contrast. Oh, how nice would that be? The Millicent also has a waist, but then is it better off to just, I could probably just use it as a waist tie when wearing it, so you're not locking it into that particular style. Thinking out loud, let's just keep pushing ahead. Okay, so we have 2 linens. You know how much I love my linen. So the first one is this Indira Ink and Natural. So it's, I'm pretty sure it's a black. So it's printed, so it's not, so it's a bit whiter on the back. However, this print is absolutely gorgeous. Again, I don't think that's going to be see-through, And you can probably see it's got a textured finish. So that is the fabric. That's not the print, that's actually the fabric. Hopefully you can see that. Bring it up a bit more. Let's have a look. Oh yes, you can see it there. You can see how it's got the slub running through it. Beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. Again, I think it's a real, like I could wear this to work easily. Nice print. You know, depending on the type of dress that you do or outfit that you do. This could definitely be, I could also do the Hanbok Skirt. I've talked about that recently. Is that 209 patterns? Hanbok Skirt. Anyway, so I have, again, 4 meters of this. So plenty to do multiple things with. Again, would make a gorgeous shirt dress. Beautiful full skirt. Lovely. Absolutely lovely. So there we go. Nice and light and floaty. But still with like a good... It's actually not overly light. It's got a nice body to it. But still gorgeous drape. Absolutely beautiful drape. Not stiff at all. Okay. Got a pile developing here, funnily enough. Next up, we have the Stencil Flower Cherry. Now this again is a linen. I'm pretty sure that most of you know that my favourites are linen viscose. That's pretty much my favourite fabrics right there. Okay, how about that? So you've got your, now I guess it kind of looks like a red on pink, but it's actually more of a pinky red on the pink there, but still gorgeous. Now you may recall I bought that pink linen earlier this year and made the assembly line high waist, the assembly line elastic waist skirt. So it's got the big 10 centimeter elastic waist to it. Now I made that in pink, and I made that blouse, the cuff blouse, in a patterned fabric with a pink base, pink and like a midnight black type of base. I have not worn the skirt yet because it feels a bit too bright. Now I actually made them to wear together. I have not worn them together yet, apart from in the video where I showed you. I think it looks great, but I'm still a little bit hesitant. Don't know why. However, I thought this, as again a dress, would be really nice. Lovely spring dress. The season, not the Henley. Absolutely gorgeous. Nice, floaty, swishy. So we shall see. Maybe a 2-piece set in this. Actually, I could definitely see this as a 2-piece set. Maybe even some pants and like a tank, like a sleeveless top. I was just about to say maybe this is my Christmas outfit. We shall see. So yes, again, beautiful, absolutely gorgeous drape on that. Opaque, so don't have to worry about layering up when it's hot. Oh goodness. Yes, so absolutely gorgeous. So that's all of the fabrics from Global D-Stash. We've only got 2 left to do now, so we're getting through this all right. I've only had to restart the camera once so far, so we know we're at least half an hour already. And I haven't even started talking about patterns yet, so I'll have to rush through them. Okay, the next one was recently Gabrielle from Cloth Edit had a lovely sale, and I happened to open the email, and while I'm talking, I haven't taken the tissue paper out, so I better do that because it's going to make a rustle rustle sound. So yes, there we go, like that. So I had a flip through the email and saw this absolutely gorgeous, now what's it called? I think it might be called Hoko cotton lawn. This is a Japanese cotton lawn. And it's called City. Now, I'll make sure I've got it up the right way, because it is a directional print. Okay, it needs to go that way. How gorgeous is that? Now, this is definitely going to be a shirt dress. So, I don't know which one yet, but I think this has shirt dress written all over it. Beautiful city scene, cityscape scene. Say that 3 times quickly. Now, this is, I think it's 112 wide. So, I've got 3.5 metres of this. Now, I did have a look, and I'm pretty sure I can get a Rita shirt dress in out of 3.5. But yes, beautiful Japanese cotton lawn. So now it's black, but you might notice that the print itself, it's not white. It's actually more like an antique sort of sepia colour, I guess, maybe. Yeah, I don't know really. You know what I'm like when it comes to trying to work out what colours are. But yes, so I think that is absolutely gorgeous and is going to be so light and beautiful. How lovely is that? Now, Gabrielle, when she sends out her cards, she also does some little swatches of other fabrics that she's got available. So I've got a lovely little selection here. We've got some linens, lovely, lovely. Actually, I think most of them are linens. Beautiful. She must know my weakness for linen. Oh, actually, no, that one looks a bit, that's a bit thicker. I think that's a twill. That one there, I think, is a twill. But yes, so some lovely options there from Gabrielle at Cloth Edit. Oh, I'm not going to go through all of them. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. But yes, so as you can see, gorgeous, fine cotton lawn, so beautiful. I must say I eye off the Japanese cottons regularly. They're so beautiful. Okay, so that one was Cloth Edit. And lastly, for the fabric, I've saved, I won't say the best till last. I wanted to make, and I was talking about the, oh, actually, I have shown you this fabric, but only as a screenshot from Spotlight. This is the fabric that I've bought to make the Monroe from, the Tessuti Monroe skivvy turtleneck, and it's here, this one here. So this is a cotton spandex, or viscose cotton or something like that. Viscose spandex, I think that's what it is. Actually, has it got it written on here? Eco Vero. No, that's all it says. Rayon spandex, something like that. But yes, so I have designs to make another one of those vests, and I thought this underneath it with a little roll neck and a bit of a puff on the sleeve would look gorgeous. So I thought, well, I've got it, I might as well show you in the flesh. But yes, would also make, I've got 2 meters of this, would also make a gorgeous dress, I would say. And again, it's that traditional, well, for me, my thoughts, work type of print. So nothing too outlandish. It's just something businessy, I guess. So there you go. Okay, now patterns. So I am just going to talk, but of course I'll probably have the patterns flashing up here. So first off, now I said weather is starting to warm up, so I'm starting to think about tops for the warmer weather. And one of the ones that I've had on my radar for quite some time is actually the Pattern Scout Fern Peplum top. So all of the patterns that I'm going to talk about are for woven fabrics. The Fern has two views. So it has view A, which has a pleat on four corners of the peplum. That sounds a bit weird, doesn't it? So you've got your peplum, and it's got a pleat on either side here and a pleat on either side at the back, and then the peplum is straight. So the skirt of the peplum, you know, as you're walking around, it'll have that little bit of movement in there. So yeah, and I guess depending on the fabric that you use, if it's a lovely floaty viscose, then it's going to have a really nice drape and flow and movement about it. But if it's more like one of the linens or a cotton, it's going to keep its shape, and those little pleats are going to be nice and crisp and a real feature. So however, I would probably make view B, which is the straight peplum. So it's just a little bit flared, not much at all, straight peplum. That's probably the one I would go for. However, I can see probably both of them being made at some stage as well, because it's a really nice, I like the neckline, I like the cut of the sleeve, lovely, simple, and of course, like any simple pattern, the fabric is going to be doing all the heavy lifting. So depending on what you're making it with, I can see it in a lovely Broderion glaze, but then I can see it in any of the fabrics that I've just shown you as well. Next up, we have the Maison Fauve Penelope Dress Blouse Skirt. Now the Penelope is a wrap type dress, so the top is more, it's only the bottom, the skirt, that's a wrap, hence why you can make a skirt, a blouse, or the dress. But it's lovely. It's got some pleating details on the shoulders, as Maison Fauve patterns always do. But just a lovely simple style of dress with lovely little wrap skirt on it. And yeah, I think that one's a really versatile pattern, so going to have a look at that one over the summer. I think that's probably, I think I could make all three of those, like all three views, and have totally different outfits. So, okay, next up we have two Lise Taylor patterns. Now I've spoken about Lise Taylor patterns recently, or at the start of winter. The weeks just go by so quickly. But not these two. So first up is the Alia tank, or Alia top. So that is a lovely little tank which has multiple options. There are so many options on that top. You've got a couple of different necklines. I think you've got a V neckline and a rounded neckline. You've got it's sleeveless, although there is an option for a frill. There's the back can be open, and when I say open, it's a crossover back, so it folds over itself, so you've still got nice coverage. You can have a frill detail around there. You can have a plain back and a plain front and a faced hem, so it's got that detail at the hemline. You can have a button front, so a V-neck with a button front. So lots and lots of options with that one. You really do get some bang for your buck with that particular tank or top. And I can see plenty of those. I think that one pattern, if you were looking for one summery type tank pattern, I've not made this pattern. I'm not spruiking because I know. I'm just saying that this pattern, if you were budget conscious, only wanted to buy one, this would probably be an excellent option because there are so many options within that particular top. Hopefully I've talked about that one long enough to show all of those options, because there were a lot of them. But really cute. I really love the little frill. I really like the back, the open back or the crossover back. I think that is an absolutely gorgeous feature. Yeah, whether I did something like that, I don't know. I would love to be that brave. We shall see. Okay, next up is another Lise Taylor, and this is the Easy Peasy top. This is a very simple woven tee style top, but on the, it's got a little sleeve, and it's got a tie detail at the sleeve. You've got options for a round or a V-neck, but that little sleeve, just, yeah, that got me. I thought that is gorgeous. Oh, another option for me grosgrain ribbon maybe. Yes, really cute. Really like that one as well. I said there was going to be a tried and true, and it's the Friday Pattern Company Donny top. Love that top. There will be more of those. Now, also, of course, who was it that brought out one quite similar? I can't think of who it was recently. Anyway, the collar is a little bit different on that, and it's a flared, I don't want to say Wardrobe by Me or named. Anyway, it doesn't matter. If I remember, I'll tack it in somewhere. But yes, the Friday Pattern Company Donny is one of my tried and true, and there will be more of those. So, okay, next up is the Itch to Stitch Mindelo top. Now, again, this is another little tank style top, and this one has, so you can have sleeveless, you've got a frill or a ruffle. You've also got a double ruffle option and a flutter sleeve. So lots of little options with that one. Itch to Stitch, beautiful pattern company. Everything always fits so well with the Itch to Stitch patterns. You've got options for cup sizes, including C and double D. So not just your B and D. You've got A, B, C, D and double D in their options. So really well drafted patterns. So definitely have a look at that one. So that's definitely on my radar. Oh, it's also got a button up option, so you can have the little button up at the front as well. Okay, next up is another Itch to Stitch, and this is actually two patterns. They're quite similar. They're both dresses. One is the Sorata Dress, which is recently released, and the other one is the Comillas Dress. Now, both of them have the multi-channel elastic waist. So there's 3 channels of elastic. That seems to be a bit of a feature currently. It's on the streets at the moment. So both of them have that finish. One of them is, and I think it's the Sorata, is a sleeveless V-neck option, and it has it's a flared skirt and it can have a tier at the bottom or a long ruffle at the bottom. The Comillas Dress, that one is a sleeved bodice. I guess you could do it sleeveless with just a little cap sleeve. It's slightly gathered into a neckline. I'm pretty sure it's actually a raglan sleeve with a split neckline, and that one is a tiered skirt on that. So we are coming to the end, so hold on, you can do it. Now I've couple of actually I'll jump to, because this is another dress. It's another Itch to Stitch dress as well. This is the how do I say that? This is the Giverny. I think that's right. I'm sorry, I'm probably massacring these names. The Giverny dress, or Giverny dress. Anyway, that is a gorgeous little dress. So it's got a little waist sash. It's a higher waist. I wouldn't say it was Empire line, but it's a higher waist. It's got a panelled flared skirt to it. And then the bodice is a gorgeous little, it's got pin tucks down the front, a little split neckline here, and then just little, like a puff type sleeve, I think. I'm pretty sure it's like a puff sleeve. Oh my goodness. They're all jumbling into one at the moment. Absolutely gorgeous dress. I think in a plain, so that you can actually see those pin tucks down the front. Absolutely beautiful. Perfect dress for any sort of function that you wanted to be a little bit, you know, a little bit fancy, but not over the top. And it's quite modest, I guess, would be the best word. There's no big splits. It's not a booby type dress. It's a really, really lovely dress. I could definitely wear it to a wedding. I think it would be perfect as a wedding guest dress. Perfect for work. Yeah, lots of options there with that one. Now, finally, I've got a couple of skirts, a couple of skirt options for us. Now, the first one is the assembly line balloon skirt. Now, we're not harking back to the 80s, don't worry. We're not getting out our rah-rah skirts and our balloon skirts. I know that they are making a bit of a comeback, or have made a bit of a comeback. I'm not doing it. I did it then. I don't need to do it again. Not now. Anyway, the balloon skirt also has an option for just an A-line skirt. So I've been looking at skirts recently. I'd like to incorporate some more skirts into my style. I think I mentioned that a little bit before. But being an apple, I don't necessarily want a lot of gathers. However, I do want a nice voluminous, you know, swishy skirt, so it needs to be flared. So the straight A-line version actually it does have a decent flare on it. Nice and simple, waistband, beautiful line to it. I think that one would be a real workhorse in the closet, in your wardrobe. So mixed with any of these blouses or tops that we've spoken about, beautiful, absolutely perfect. And last, but definitely not least, is the Megan Nielsen Wattle Skirt. Now, this one has a couple of different versions. So versions A and D are a bias cut skirt. They've got it as A and D because one is knee length and one is midi length. Really, they're both the same, aren't they? They're just cut at different levels. And view B is a pleated skirt, and then view C is a gathered skirt. So lots of options. Real, again, real workhorse of a skirt in your closet. So, you know, you could make any of them any length, and they will be absolutely gorgeous. So there we are. That's it. My goodness. That was a marathon. I hope you're still there. Is anyone still there? Anybody? Anyone? Oh, there goes the printer. It must be cleaning itself. It does that occasionally. So there we go. We have a stack of new fabric for someone who has not sewn a great deal this year. I have a lot of fabric. And some great pattern picks. I hope you've liked some of the ones that I've seen. Hopefully I've been brave enough to put in the outfits that I've been seeing recently on Pinterest and thought, oh, I really like that. That looks really, really nice. I think I would definitely like wearing those. It's just, can I pull them off? That's the thing. Okay, with that, I shall say cheerio, and I will see you in the next video. Hope you've enjoyed seeing some fabric. Hope you've liked some of those pattern picks, and I'll be seeing you again shortly for another unboxing. It'll be a race to see who gets here, whether it's Kristen's, the Dahlia Society, or Andrea's Beyond the Pink Door. We will wait and see. Until next time, bye.